Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the Copilot Learning Series. And today I'm feeling like a producer. This is Mike Giannotti, and I'm with,
Daryl Rowe. Good to see you all.
and I'm feeling this like almost sense of Hollywood, Daryl, because today we're going to be looking at media, multimedia, and
Yeah,
Copilot, which is pretty cool.
very cool. So let's do a role, right? Production, yes.
Yeah,
You know,
production. We're gonna
editing,
action. So
editing. Yeah,
we're gonna be looking at a number of tools and things that these are some of I call them Microsoft's best kept secrets. When we show them to customers, they're like, "Wait a minute, what? You can do what?" Um, I know one of them that's not quite media, but one of the files we might be using. In fact, now I see it's uploaded. You had said a customer
hmm
when they saw what you did with it. Uh, what did they say? They spent like
They spent thousands of dollars creating content, which Copilot could have done
out of
for
the
the price of
box,
a license. Yeah,
price of a license. So we're
yeah,
going to be covering some interesting things, and I'm going to just jump right in. So I've got two slides to show. This is the first of the two. So when we talk about Microsoft Media Technologies, a lot of people just are not aware that we provide what I call seamless round trip content creation, editing, and dissemination capabilities. The whole stack is there for collaborative editing, for working on content, creating professional content, easy to, quick and dirty content, things that can really enhance both, an organizational learning department, not only centralized learning, but also distributed amongst teams, divisions, et cetera, looking to do their own content at their level, but also corporate communications, who they're always looking at how can I lessen that overhead and burden to creating compelling content that we're going to get out to inform our internal employees of the latest happenings. And so we provide that. We also have a whole range of Copilot media assistants, things that we can do like audio overviews that we'll see, using Copilot and Stream to create videos right from PowerPoint. So where we can jump right in and like we'll see today, just drop a PowerPoint in and boom, it's available. Then finally, how do we get it out there? Well, it's already the mechanisms for doing that are already built in. So this is a three-part series. In this video today, we're going to focus on that creation aspect, and we're going to hit a few areas. And so for that, it's my last slide, and we'll jump in. We're going to look at multiple channels for content creation where you can then leverage the power of Copilot. One is something, what are we doing right now, Daryl?
we're doing a Teams meeting right now, so that's what we're just using that to create the recording. Should be pretty cool.
Out of the box, right?
Yeah, anybody can do it.
And the beauty of it is people can come back later to that video. They can
Yep.
open it, download it, edit it. They can interrogate it with Copilot. I'll show
Yep.
that real quickly. But we have that we're going to take a look at. Then we have Stream, and Stream has come a long way. What used to be this separate entity residing in Azure Media Services, distinct from Microsoft 365, has been baked right in, and that includes content creation, transformation, editing tools. It's all right there, and we'll take a look at that. Copilot Create, which I think is just killer. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to take a look at something. This is my favorite one to show customers because it's kind of one of those, what? Audio overview podcast. So with that, I'm going to get out of that. We'll start off with a meeting recording, and we'll take a look at some of the things that Copilot in meeting recap allows you to do. So here we have, this was a demo. I believe you're a part of this series,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rowe. It's one of our standard demos that the team at HLS created. And you can see that Copilot went in AI, it analyzed the video. It was able to determine when people were talking. So we could at any point, for example, if I want to hear Sue Venzel, I can get that point where she is speaking, or Mr. Daryl Rowe is speaking, and go straight to those points because AI reasons over the transcript that was created with the video and provides for those points. We also have within here the ability to open up Copilot and ask questions about this recording right here. So while this isn't quite transforming it, it does provide the ability to have Copilot work with media content that you're creating. And it does that via these transcripts that are creating, right? And then finally, it has a capability to open and stream. And so this is actually on somebody else's OneDrive. So while I don't have editing capabilities, which would show up here, I can come in again with Copilot and I can start to ask it questions about the video, post those. It also has, you can learn more, see this new experience that's here. But I have the ability to go in and look at it. I can look at chapters, the transcript, notes, comments, analytics, etc. But that's the most basic. This is something I don't think I'm showing anybody anything new. But if you haven't looked, start looking behind the scenes, looking at what you can do with Copilot, asking questions, etc. In addition to things of that nature, I'm going to skip over to our next one because that's where I start to get excited. I'm going to go over to the Microsoft Stream homepage. Now, if you are ever looking for that, all you have to do is go in, let's look over here where you can click apps, right? That waffle. You can see here, there's that stream icon, and it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. But it looks a little different now, doesn't it, Daryl? Because we have Copilot here on the side. In fact, it even alludes to and says we have a new homepage, Clipchamp, which is our video editor. So we had a page for uploading videos and viewing your videos right here, and recordings of videos, right? So here's that summit and other videos that are here that I could open. We had a page for doing that, and then we had a whole separate one for video editing, creation, etc., called Clipchamp. But check this out. I'm going to click check it out. Funny enough, check it out. So this is the new start page for Stream and Clipchamp that have now merged together. So now we're taking video view, right? So here's that for you videos that I have access to. I can see created by me, meetings that I was in, playlists, projects, favorites, and I have video content creation all in one spot. So for example, I could upload a video here and do that. I could do a screen edit or screen recording. So if you want to record demonstrating something, it's built right in. I could record the camera, high quality camera recording right here. I could start a video project, or maybe for my team, there's a string of videos I want to put together in a playlist for them to watch as part of their training at a team, department, division, whatever level. I can create playlists right from here. And certainly I can click create a video. So if I wanted to do that right from here, I have the capability to say, create a new video. And I could then say I want a project. And so that's going to open up that video editor view for me, and we'll see that come up here momentarily. There is a desktop version available that ties into these web services. But what I love about this is once you have a video uploaded and centralized, you can then share it, and all your teammates can access this view, so you can actually collaboratively work from it. So you'll note now, this looks like, for many people, a traditional video editor, right? We have My Media, where I can upload clips and different pieces here, record and create, text to add as overlays, There's standardized music, stock videos, stock images, templates, graphics. And you can have a brand kit for your organization. But look at this down here, Daryl. This is pretty cool. Demonstrate a task or project, inform an audience about about a topic, or explore an idea. And what I love about this, this isn't there will be further evolution of this as we move forward, but it's to give you kind of that starting point to work with. So I can just come right in here and I can describe something I want to start as a video project for my team. So let's say video about the use of Microsoft 365 Copilot to enhance employee satisfaction, increase productivity, and do more with less. Pretty open, right? So given it a topic, I could be more descriptive. Now, what it's going to do, I'm going to go ahead and upload that. And now it says it's creating a video. So it's going to create something to start as a baseline to edit. All right, so here we are. We cut over just to save time. We know you don't want to all sit there and watch the wheels spin. But Daryl, check this out. I gave it a prompt to create a video, and look at what it's done. We have here the video. We have, right, it has imagery that's in here. It's got, a whole range of stuff. Again, this is all from royalty-free libraries. But then it has a talk track. So let's go. I'm going to go back to let's go to the beginning here.
You play it out, yeah.
Modern workplaces demand smarter ways to work. Microsoft 365 Copilot is transforming how teams collaborate, innovate, and achieve more every day. Microsoft 365 Copilot harnesses.
Right? That was a prompt. Now, are you going to want to change stuff here? The video clips and stuff to be reflected? Probably. But, dude.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Just from a prompt, and we're just beginning. And I thought it was cool too. Like, look, they even give a special effect for the sound. Right? We have the soundtrack, talk track. We have the music with some echo going on. It's crazy. And then it has up here, create with Copilot video about the use. Right there, it is. I can regenerate. I can adjust. I can just close. And when I'm ready, once I've done my edits, I can export up to 4K. I can also store it in the cloud.
And what format is this? Is it
MPG, MPEG,
MP4? So basically, you can copy that into a PowerPoint, put it out onto a website.
Universal format.
Yeah, get Blu-rays.
Get Blu-ray. That's right. So, but what a great job just from a prompt, right?
Yeah.
So let's go on now and take a look at doing content creation with Create in Copilot. And there is a new tab here when you are in Copilot, right? And so I'm here in the web view. I could be in this application view down here, but I'm going to go ahead and click Create. And it asks, what do you want to create today? And for me, the default one it's going to is video. Now, notice it has images, posters, create a form, design a banner. And if you're in corporate communications, even in learning, you're doing all these things, generating all this stuff. But we're going to generate a video. And look at this. It says, describe what you want to create, similar to what we saw. But when I click in it, I could give a description. This is add a PowerPoint. I love this, Daryl. I'm so glad when this first came. You're the guy who showed me. And so I'm going to select that. Oh, there's yours. So Um, we'll select Copilot agents in French, en français.
Yeah. So which is really cool because it actually creates a presentation based on whatever language the base PowerPoint is. And little tip here is it looks at the slides. It can use Copilot Vision, but what it really does looks at the speaker notes. So if your speaker notes are in there and you got what you want, it's going to be a far richer presentation.
Yeah, and we're back again. We cut to let you be spared the wheel, but it actually, Daryl, do you remember when it was working? We could see step one.
Yeah.
Developing talk track, and it went through and it kind of showed us what was happening, but it does take a bit. But we put in a PowerPoint, and Daryl, you showed this PowerPoint you did using translation, correct?
Translation in PowerPoint. So what I did, you've probably seen these slides. We did a session on this about agents a few sessions ago. We presented in English, obviously. I just got PowerPoint to translate the deck, which it did. Copilot to translate the deck in PowerPoint. It did it in a couple of minutes, which is impressive. So it did a straight translation, and then I got it to generate speaker notes. The speaker notes actually really make the rich, videos. So I highly recommend those. Although it can do it without speaker notes, it's not as rich, but it's far better to do it with the notes. And then you're off to the races pretty much after that.
So we haven't watched it yet. You took a PowerPoint, you had it add speaker notes, you had it translate Copilot, translate to French.
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
And then it's generated the video. So all that was done probably less than 10 minutes.
M365 Copilot marque une avancée majeure dans notre façon d'interagir avec l'intelligence artificielle au quotidien.
I don't speak French, but I'm hoping it's done a good job. So anyone out there who's a native French speaker, let us know how it went. But you can see this is what PowerPoint and Copilot's done, and then this is what Copilot's done with the video.
Des organisations. L'analogie du smartphone aide à saisir le rôle des agents, comme on choisit un navigateur ou une application dédiée.
This is just,
les agents.
Think of the time and money that organizations spend just to get messaging out. Now they can go into PowerPoint, create a whole presentation. There's not even anybody. This is AI that's narrating. It's an AI voice. And look, I love this over here. Style and tone. We could change that. Do you want formal, balanced, casual? The voice, feminine, masculine, neutral. Music. We could set background music. This is crazy.
Yeah, and what's nice about it is when you do that, it creates a new version. So if you don't like it, you can always go back to the first one or previous ones.
Yeah, like I can come in now. I could change all this. I'll make it a guy and make it casual. Then we're not going to wait for it, but I can click create new draft.
It's pretty quick, actually. The revision, it already knows what it's doing, so shouldn't take too long. So
it's going to go through, 205. Selecting tone and style, because we did that. It had done that previously. So now it's applying the new tone and style. It's going to apply the voice, but it's going to go through and do all that with hands-free.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we're not going to wait for that. Just like we skipped back, maybe we'll pop back to that. But I have one last one that I do want to show for content creation. Actually, I do want to go into Clipchamp itself. So I had opened the video project. I want to highlight a couple of things just because I think they're cool. So over here, where it says video and record and create, there is the ability to, again, add by doing screen, right? Screen and camera, so picture in picture, audio. Check this out. Text to speech.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. And it has the language. What language do you want it to be? You can have it detect, or you can pick one specifically, right? And look at all the voices we have. It's crazy. But I'm just going to do one thing because we're going to use this one in the next example. I am going to say summarize this document just to get a quick summary. So this is a 35-page white paper. I already have a summarization. I'm going to copy that. Let's bring that on over here. What would you like it to say? And look at that. I have not, it says up to 1200. I only used, it says maximum of 70. Oh, I still have 1298 characters remaining. Now I can preview. Ready?
Yep, let's hear it.
It's reviewing it, and then it's going to go ahead and start. Come on. While it's doing that, you can see it already added the placeholder.
This document provides a comprehensive industry perspective on the transformative impact of artificial intelligence, AI, emphasizing Microsoft's vision and initiatives in empowering individuals, organizations, and society through AI. It highlights the evolution of AI technologies.
So any text I put in here, AI is going to reason across it and then do a text to speech using one of our narrators that we built in. Just a little bit more you can do. So, Copilot subtly weaves itself in many areas for use. And that's just another one. If you haven't seen that, you get to it from record and create. The last one I want to show is using this document, though. So I have a lot of organizations that have lots of information and documents. In fact, we're starting our new fiscal year, and amongst my customers, I have a ton of clinicians, a ton. I would say I now have millions of clinicians I'm trying to help, amongst those accounts. And they get tasked all the time with getting these large PDFs, Word documents thrown at them around the latest, around compliance, around new studies of pathologies, et cetera, that people expect them. They don't have time to go through all that. Now, certainly they could do the Copilot, create me a summary. But this is what I love. So there is a new feature that's been showing up called Generate an Audio Overview, where it's not going to only reason across to, kind of understand the document and be able, but it's going to create a two-person podcast.
Okay.
A woman and a guy, right? A man and woman that are going to talk and discuss the contents of this document. And when it's done, you can save it as a podcast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that now I can disseminate that. So, I don't know, those clinicians, researchers in pharma, medical device manufacturers going in. Look, it's generate. I've created an audio overview. This is going to light up in just a second. And but those people can, from the comfort of their car as they're commuting back and forth, et cetera, they can have an audio overview or a podcast disseminated to them right through their phone because it's an MP3 file. You're asking before?
MP4,
now it's an
now
MP3. So
wow.
Here we go.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're bringing you an overview that dives into one of the most profound shifts happening across the globe, the rise of artificial intelligence, AI, and how it's transforming everything from global economies to everyday lives.
Absolutely. It's hard to overstate just how rapidly things are evolving.
Do you
This
hear that?
conversation is grounded in a detailed report
Yeah,
authored by the leadership and technical experts at Microsoft
It's
India.
crazy.
Folks like Anant Maheshwari and
I
Sriram
can go ahead. I'm
Rajamani.
going to pause that. I can go back and forth. But now look at the ellipses. Here it is. Save to OneDrive.
So you can save it to OneDrive, you can upload it, you can play it.
And the first time you do it, it creates a new folder for audio overviews. So now look at open in OneDrive. When I click it, it's going to open up in my OneDrive.
What's that folder called? Podcast downloads? Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And look, you can see I've done a number of them, right? So now I can come in here and I can, again, I can go ahead, click play it. I can share that elsewhere, do other things with it, and we're done.
Wow.
Here it is. Look, copy to, I can trim, I can play it.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're bringing you an overview that dives.
Everybody can do this.
No professional voice actors required.
And this is just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, coming back real quickly, we went through a few things, but just to remind everybody, first of all, Teams. Use Teams to record. Once that's done recording and you open and stream, you can go ahead and click Open in Clipchamp, and it'll open in a video editor, and you have all that capability there. But you also get that whole meeting recap and all the goodness that's there as well. Stream, the homepage. When you go to the homepage now, you can, if you want, take a look at that new unified. That's where that's all going to change and going. But you can upload videos, you can screen record. We showed making one just from a prompt. I went in and said, create that one around Copilot, and made that video that we watched. Copilot Create, it does all kinds of neat things. And under video, one of the options, drag and drop or select one that pops up there, a PowerPoint. And in the case of the PowerPoint that I used, Daryl, once again, what did you do with that video or that PowerPoint?
Yeah, I translated it first. So you can translate it into multiple languages, and then it will create a video based on those languages.
So there, and make sure you have speaker notes. And if you don't have speaker notes, what can you do?
You can get Copilot and PowerPoint to generate them for you. This is exactly what I did.
What you did. And then you get this great video on that. And then finally, if you have lots of content out there in Word or even a PDF, save it as a Word doc, and then open it up and get an audio overview, which you can save as a podcast. So, I can generate a Word doc, great docs, like, different things. I think of like my clinicians, they have tip sheets that are lengthy documents. They can make podcasts out of all of them.
Well, with that, and you can also get the transcripts. You could index them as well, so you could even be able to search for them. Just a little bit of work, behind the scenes, just to generate those transcripts.
And
yeah,
the system will do it. Copilot it'll generate that transcript. You just tell it, generate transcript.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a lot of work.
Put it into an agent, maybe. You could even do that, right?
Yeah, on new, when it's added, have it auto kick it off.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that. That's a future podcast, future how-to podcast we need to do.
If only it could only try and do that for my meetings, that'd be cool. Maybe one day that could happen.
Maybe. All right. Well, that's all I got for today. In the next session, we're going to look at content editing and some of the things, how we work with that, and how it's kind of that round trip action. That'll be a fairly short one. Then we'll look at content dissemination. But for today, it's Mike and
Daryl. Yep. Hi.
Have a good day. Bye. Remember, everybody can be a big Hollywood producer.
Yeah.
With Copilot. Take care, and everybody, and ciao.
Take care.